So we're just going to jump straight into this. 4 people were arrested in Long Island, New York, because they found mutilated, dismembered corpses inside the house that they were supposedly living in. Yeah, I didn't stutter, and you didn't hear that wrong. Go back and rewatch it. Go back and research it. Go back and type in any Google search, Long Island people arrested for mutilation and dismemberment of corpses out on bail. Boom! Wait, what? You said they out on bail? Hey, bro, they out on bail right now. And I know this is Southern crime and incarceration, but we're going to jump all the way up on the East Coast into New York because this story is crazy. It's stupid. Not stupid because of what happened. It's sick for what happened. It's grotesque. It's brutal. It's mind-blowing what would happen. But it's stupid because we live in a stupid society of people who are foolish. And our leaders are sad and sorry. That's right. Our political leaders in most instances are sad and sorry. In New York, usually tops the list of sad and sorry politicians. So let's talk about what happened. 4 people were arrested when the police found detectives, whatever, in Long Island, New York, people who were dismembered and mutilated and chopped up and shoved down the toilet, down the sink drain, down the bathroom drain. These animals, 4 animals, right? Oh, they're going to get offended. You can't call them animals. These animals who chopped up people and tried to get rid of their body by flushing it down the drain, tossing it in trash bags, are now out on bail. That's right. You heard that correct. Remember when the whole world was screaming social justice? Let's all wake up to the new woke world and socially justice reform the prison system. No bail, no bail, no bail. Well, no bail. So now these 4 possible, probably, likely, sick, twisted, demented murderers or people who are accessory to murder or at minimum sick enough to live around a bloodbath inside a house with multiple body parts. Hey, I ain't making this stuff up, man. This stuff is real. And it's happening in New York. And they let them out on house arrest. Oh, yeah, I'm sure the community feels real safe right now, walking around thinking that they got 4 people who are on house arrest. Oh, great. House arrest is really going to keep them from doing anything wrong. Come on, man. They should be in prison, in jail, with $1 million+ bond. Instead, because of no bail reform, they are out on the streets. I'm looking at you, New York, and your sorry government, the sorry governor of New York. And the people who vote, if you a citizen and you from New York and you voted for this and something happens to one of your innocent loved ones, that blood's on your hands. You chose. Hey, when we go hit that lever to vote for somebody, we have that responsibility on whatever that leader does and doesn't do on our hands. And they're letting killers walk out with no bond. It's ridiculous what's happened to the American justice system. And I'm all for letting innocent people out and having a fair and just trial. And sometimes that doesn't go right. But I tell you what, when you arrest 4 people inside a home that is an actual bloodbath, no pun on the word, don't misquote me, a bloodbath, you don't let them out on the street on house arrest. And that's what's happening now in New York. And you know what? New York ain't the worst place. I can imagine what they're doing in California. Why will we vote for leaders and vote for laws that let 4 sick people like this back on the street? Man, we got to protect our innocent children. We got to protect the elderly, which from what I understand and believe that I'm comprehending when I'm reading the articles about this, the 2 people were elderly. And there may be more victims that they dismembered. They skinned them. They put them in chemicals. There's no telling it. They said it was the sickest scene you could ever imagine. In New York, Long Island, I ain't naming names. Go do your research. Go look it up. But that's what happened. And now they're out on bail. So someone who's been inside prison, someone who went through the justice system, I didn't go to trial. I made plea agreements on all my charges, but I was guilty. You know, I couldn't get out the last time I got arrested because I couldn't afford the bail. Now, should I have gotten out? I was guilty, right? I was on parole and I was guilty. And I got caught doing more foolish stuff. Now, it was on me. So if they didn't let me out and and gave me a bond that I couldn't get out on, plus I had parole hold on me, so even if I would have posted it, I still wouldn't have been able to get out. I shouldn't have got out because I shouldn't have been doing stupid stuff like I was doing. But when you get caught with two bodies in your house that they can't even figure out what parts go to what body, because it's all, they said that it was so grotesque and so sick and so much, it was like a horror movie, right? You know, we're talking about a house of 1,000 corpses. They ain't had 1,000, it had 2, and it just as well could have been 1,000 corpses because it was that, you know, it was mind blowing what they wrote and said they found in that home. And they said you couldn't even use the plumbing because it was so backed up with human body parts and pieces of people. And that's tough. I don't even know if I could say this. You know what I mean? It's amazing what you can and can't say on social media. But how do we address this? How do we talk about this as a society and say we were wrong, we lost our cool, and we became during the social justice movement, irrational when we were calling to defund the police and change and reform laws and get rid of some laws that didn't make no sense. It was just, man, people are emotional. They don't think things through. They stupid. You know what I mean? You got to think things through, man. You got to say, look, we can't let certain people out of jail. I know when I was in jail, there are people I would never want to see around any of the people I walk around on a daily basis. These are some sick people. They don't need to be out. Now, they got some people that should, and eventually they're going to get out. Some people are going to get out and they shouldn't get out because they're going to do some more damage. But what they're allowing in New York, that's just sad. Man, listen, South, I hope we never become like the rest of the country, that we remain different. You know, if you commit crimes, you got to go to jail. You play in the game. That's the way the game goes. If you're a criminal, you know, we can't defend a way of life that is detrimental to the safety of the people we love the most, if we love them the most, meaning our children, our moms, our grandmothers, the elderly, people in our family, grandparents. And we talking about, you know, let us out of jail so we can continue to do the foolish, stupid, criminal things that we've been doing. Nah, I don't agree with that. Southern Crime Incarceration believes that high bail should be set for terrible crimes such as the one that happened in Long Island, New York. Go research and read about it. It's really going to blow your mind. You might not want to keep reading. You might not want to watch more about it. You know, it's that bad. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say was it's a sad day in society when we are letting the wrong people out with no bail because the law that exists in New York says that they should be let out with no bail. House arrest. Man, what a joke. Get out of here. They're probably going to give them 6 months in jail for what they did. Talk about ain't no evidence. Man, you kidding me, man? Let's get it.